My name is Scott Rogowsky. I am a comedian with two N's and an E, and a writer, contributing writer to the Onion News Network by day and by night, the host and co-producer of 12 Angry Mascots, New York City's only live monthly sports comedy variety talk show.
I am Neil Janowitz. I'm an editor for ESPN the magazine. I write for whatever publications will have me. And I, too, am involved as a writer, producer, and creator. That actually came first. I created first, and then have since gone on to write and produce 12 Angry Mascots.
How'd it come about? Well, basically,
Scott and I were put in touch through ESPN.
Yeah.
Through my boss at ESPN, the editor-in-chief. And we met up one day, and we started talking comedy and some of our influences and aspirations. And he came from a strong sports background, and through ESPN I had a lot of resources, and we both had an interest in comedy. And so a couple weeks later, he proposed the idea, and we realized that between pooling his comedy resources and experience and my sports resources and total inexperience, we could come up with a pretty solid variety show.
Yeah, and that's not how I remember it at all, actually.
I like how game Darrelle Revis was.
Darrelle Revis.
He would. I mean, David Deal of the Giants was also very game. He did a bit as Brett Favre.
Yeah.
But there was something about Darrelle was just a little more jovial. I guess not jovial, but he.
Well, Darrelle, we had contact with him beforehand, which
Yeah.
was nice. He's the only guy we really talked to before we just met them on stage. I mean, our first guest, Kerry Rhodes. You know, it was great that we had him, but neither of us knew that he was actually going to show up when we had the show. He wasn't there at the start of the show, and it was like time to bring him on. And I said, "Here he is, Kerry Rhodes." I was just crossing my fingers that he would walk through those curtains. Lo and behold, he did. But so as we went on, we realized that it's nice to get in touch with these guys ahead of time. And Darrelle Revis, we had a conference call. We went over the sketch idea we had for him, and he was totally game to do it.
Yeah.
I want to get like Ray Carruth, like someone who's rotting in prison for murdering his girlfriend.
We're gonna get Plaxico on the way out.
Those, to me, those are the most intriguing characters in sports. Yeah, nothing. You know, in terms of a live show in New York City, doing sports material. I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, there is a tradition of niche shows in New York. There's the Comic Book Club. There's Writers' Room at the Pit. I mean, shows that are tailored to a specific crowd, comic book readers. Story shows about first time having sex or whatever. So there's no sports niche show, and that's where we came in.